Good morning. We were thinking yesterday about the whole idea of design. Our bodies are designed, our minds are designed, and we begin to think about a designer. Who could possibly have designed this? Our bodies and our minds look at the world around us, and we begin to wonder. Now I want to share with you today something else and another truth. Just as we have bodies, and these bodies have senses, and although we could deal with all the senses, I just want to deal with sight and hearing. So we have minds, and our minds as well can almost see and hear a world that we can create, a world that we can fantasize. So as well, there is another aspect to our nature as well. And that is a spiritual aspect. And within this aspect, we should be able to discern the fact that there is a creator and to just be able to communicate with that creator. We should be able to see it spiritually and hear it spiritually, not just see it and hear it physically, not just see it and hear it mentally, but we should be able to see it and hear it spiritually as well. Unfortunately, that third part of our nature is almost dormant. It's dormant because the whole human race has gone into a terrible trauma. And that part of our nature has almost ceased to exist. It's still there, but at a very low level, almost not intruding on the mind and the body. Three parts of our natures. Now I want to share with you something that Jesus said many years ago. See, he was talking to a man called Nicodemas. And Nicodemus came to him and said, Jesus, he said, we know that you come from God, because no one could do the things you are doing unless God was with him. And Jesus immediately turns on Nicodemus and he says, Nicodemus, he says, you've got it wrong. You've got it wrong. What you see with your eyes and what you hear with your ears, you observe and you take it into yourself. You then think about it, what you've seen and what you've heard. You take it into your mental life. Nicodemus, he's saying to him, you are stopping there. You're trying to work out with your human mind who I am and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Instead, you have to take the next step, and you must see it spiritually, and you must hear it spiritually, because only then will you truly understand who I am, what I'm doing, and why I'm doing it. We must see it and we must hear it spiritually. Nicodemus is confused. He can't understand what Jesus is talking about. So Jesus turns back to him again and he says, Nicodemus, unless you are truly born of the Spirit, you cannot see the kingdom and you cannot hear the kingdom. You need this third part of your nature to be brought into life. Remember I was telling you, we have physical bodies, we have a mental life. Well, now Jesus is saying to us, we need to have a spiritual life. We need to be able to understand God. And we need to be able to hear what it is that God is saying to us. And the only way that can happen is if this third part of our nature receives new life. Now, I don't know why you're watching these videos at this time. All I can say to you very simply is this, that God is calling to us in a very strange way. He's calling to us through the world that we see with our bodies. He's calling to us with the minds that we have as we think about this world. He is saying to us quite simply, look around you. See that there is something strange about the world. Try to understand that it is truly being created, and then begin to wonder. If this world has truly been created, then who created it? And if it's been created, and if I have been created, why was I created? What is the true purpose of life? And what's it really all about? This is a question which must come to people at different times. And the truth is that God is calling to us. He is trying to break through the fog. He is trying to point us towards something far more than we have from our physical understanding and our mental understanding. He is saying to us quite simply, there is far more to life, and I want you to come to understand it. Amen.